My favorite thing about the school that I'm at now is it genuinely feels like a family. It feels so good to be vlogging in the classroom again. I'm so excited. Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. If you're new here, I'm a teacher who taught first grade in Tennessee and is now teaching kindergarten in California. I got the call like the night before school started, so I'm so excited to share this new journey with you. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed, and I know you're excited, so let's get started. My outfit is super wrinkly, but I'll go ahead and show you my outfit, which I actually wore yesterday too, but no one really saw me yesterday, so I'm wearing it again today because that's just what I do. This is the kind of like, what do you call these? It's not a cardigan. This one's from Target with this like lacy top. I've got my neutral lanyard on from last year, and then some gray pants and pink flats. Also, because I know you guys are probably gonna ask, I do have my mask, and I got questions when I posted my like first day of school picture on Instagram about this chapstick thing on my lanyard. I talked about it with you guys last year, but my assistant principal at my last school had this, and I have it, or a similar one, linked in my Amazon storefront. So if you click the link in the description, it'll take you there, and I just put my own chapstick in it, and this is a lifesaver if you have chapped lips. I don't have an ID card yet, so I kind of just typed my name so that people walking by would know who I am, and then I just have my keys. The other thing I normally keep on my lanyard is a laser pointer, but since we're not in person, I don't need a laser pointer, so it's not on here yet. Oh, and the lanyard is from a shop called Of Hands and Hearts, and I'll try to link her below if I remember. Today is the first day that was like kind of my first day of school, I guess. I finally got to meet the kids, which I was supposed to do yesterday. Today is Thursday, August 13th, by the way. So yesterday, Wednesday, we tried to get on Google Meet, but it didn't really work. We had a few issues with the links, and it just didn't work. So instead, what we did was we got my website switched over for the kids, because the teacher who kind of started the year with them, who was the kindergarten teacher last year, had everything set up a little bit just in case. But yeah, so now everything is set up with my website, and I was able to see the kids today. I was able to talk to the parents today. I wasn't able to meet all of the kids, but I met probably about half, and with those parents I kind of walked them through our website and everything on it, which I am going to show you. But first, I know that you're really excited to see the classroom, so let's take a look. So when you walk in, this is what you see. So we have the backpack hooks here, which is where my backpack hooks were before with my door, and then there is a bulletin board. If you look straight ahead, I'll give you just a brief overview of the room. This is what it looks like now, and then I'll kind of show you. So this is kind of like what I had before. I had the kids' cubbies here in my last room. So she has shelves over here. Trying to go slow. This door connects to the first grade teacher's classroom. I have the sink. There's some storage in here. And I think she used this area for calendar time. And then she has a whole little play area that was set up for kindergarten. And then, so now we're kind of in the play area, and this is the view kind of looking straight at that back wall. We've got lots of windows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows, which you guys know I love. This is kind of puzzles and maybe some center activity station things. It's green because, you know, green was a big color in my room last year. And then she has a whiteboard right behind her table over here. This looks like kind of like a learning wall. And then she kind of divided the area with these bookcases. And they recently got smartboards. I don't know when, but they got smartboards. So she has another like whole group rug over here. I kind of wish the smartboard was in the middle. And then we have her little teaching area, and then that is a storage closet. And then this was her library, which I gotta tell you, this thing is awesome, you guys. I did not have one of these in my room last year, and I'm like so excited. I also think this bookshelf is really, really nice, so. I think she said this is where they did writing, so she had all those things in there for them to do writing. And here's just another little overview. Also, I forgot to show you, this is where she has math manipulatives, and I'm really excited about all those. Those will be super useful. But I did kind of make like a little home in this corner, just because that table right now is so low, so I didn't want to use it. But this is just kind of what I've been working with. So that's the classroom, and I don't know if you could tell, but it is huge. Apparently it's the biggest room in the school, and it feels like 2 classrooms. It's ginormous. And I had a pretty big room my first year teaching when I taught first grade, which if you haven't seen those videos, you should definitely go back and check out those vlogs. But I know a lot of you are really excited for a classroom setup, but to be honest, my main focus right now is distance learning. I'm not worried too much about the way the room looks because I'm not even sure when we're going to be back in the room. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know some of my updates, but my classroom is coming from Tennessee to here, and whenever that happens, I'll probably be more worried about the space, but right now I'm more worried about digitally what's happening. So it's almost good that I don't have my classroom here with me because I don't have that stress in a way. For the most part, I'm just trying to get everything that needs to get done. So I had my very first meeting with the kids today, and I got to meet their parents, and I walked them through the website, like I said, and then I did separate student calls. So on my class website, I have a page for Google Meet, which is the platform that we're using to meet. And so basically I have a Google Meet link that is on Monday through Friday all day. Like, you can click that Google Meet and it's our group meeting any time of the day, and I made it reoccurring every single day, so I don't need to create multiple links for the classroom every day because that's annoying. What I did for testing was I created in my Google Calendar, because my school is doing everything through Google, which I actually love. Google Meet is not the best, but I love that we're using Google. I used Google Calendar and I created an event for each student. And so I set like 15-minute time increments in Google Meet, and I just added those to my calendar. Then on our classroom page, what I did was I typed click here for Maylene at 8:30 a.m. And so all the parents have to do is click on Maylene at 8:30 a.m. and they're brought into a private Google room. So this morning that worked really well. Most of the connection issues happened yesterday, so I did have a couple of students that I missed today, but that's totally okay because I have all day tomorrow to do it. So I met with a couple of students and I used ESGI, and I'm gonna show you what it is, and it's super cool and amazing, and I'm so glad I'm using it. And yeah, so this is what it looks like. I'm covering up the names so you can't see them, but you just click on a test. So this is a sample student, so you can click on that one, and I'll show you what the test looks like. So this one is number recognition, and what I did was I shared my screen with my students and I said, okay, if you know this number, tell me what it is, and if they get it, you say yes, and if they miss it, you say no here at the bottom, and you go through the whole test. So I'll just click through, and then when you're done, it shows you their results. So like I said, I got to about 6 students today, and I set it up basically in increments of 15. I honestly should have given myself a break in between calls, but I didn't. I just wanted to get them done so that we can start our normal routine on Monday, because I really feel bad for like the parents, because the meeting times have been different and it's just been a mess because I couldn't be organized because I got hired like right when school started. So I'm trying to get super organized for them now so they're not stressed out, so I can make this as easy as possible on them and the kids. So hopefully Monday we can get into our routine. But for testing today, I just met with each student individually for 15 minutes. Awesome job. I want you to kiss your brain. Mwah. Give your brain a big kiss. You're so smart. Let's pick another animal card to do. All right, what's this animal? A bunny. I want you to very carefully stand up. We're gonna hop in place like a bunny. So hop. 1, 2. Wow, good job. Have a seat. We're gonna do some letters now. Here we go. And when I show you the letter, I want you to tell me what letter that is. And if you don't know it, just shake your head. I wasn't sure, to be honest with you, if testing was gonna be a good idea right off the bat, because I don't know these kids. I don't know how they do with tests, but I ended up deciding to go ahead and go through with it. I will say my students did awesome with it. It was really nice to have that screen shared. I actually called into the Google Meet from my phone so that while I was sharing my screen on my laptop, I could still see the student on my phone, so I could see their mouth moving. So if you did end up doing this, I would recommend finding a way to see your screen but also see the student in the call too, also to make sure they're not like looking off of something or reading something and kind of like cheating in a way or helping themselves. So that worked out really nice. And then I know because they're kindergartners, I wanted to give them some kind of brain break. I bought these pet movement themed cards, and I got them from the author's called Pink Oatmeal, I think. I had to go to her blog to get it because I didn't really like any of the ones on TBT, but it just shows a picture of an animal and gives kind of like an action move. So in between tests with my kids, I would show them an animal and be like, what animal is this? And then we'd kind of act it out and make noises and things like that. I think the most fun one was this one, and I would pretend to be racing them. But I think that really helped with the testing. The other thing I did was my t-shirt, my Kiss Your Brain t-shirt. I actually printed my clip art from the Kiss Your Brain, and I put it on a little popsicle stick because that's something that I wanted to do with them virtually. So I just showed it to them and showed them how to kiss their brain. I think I might put this as a freebie in my TPT for you guys just so you can have it. I normally wouldn't, but I really like using it virtually, so I'll go ahead and do that. The other thing I did was make these symbol cards, and I think most teachers who are teaching online are doing this. I saw Kindergarten Smorgasbord, I don't know how to say it, Greg, I saw him using them, and I downloaded these from TPT, and that worked really well in the meeting today. And then last thing on testing, I did have one kindergartner just break down in tears, like just completely break down in tears. So I just ended it there, and I tried to bring him back and play just like a couple of movement card games with him. But that was the only thing that was a little bit tricky, and I think it's partly because they're in kindergarten. So as far as whether or not it was a good idea to do testing on like my first day and my second day, which is tomorrow, maybe not, because the good thing is I can get one-on-one time with them right away. And I'll tell you one thing, when we joined into our Google Meet this morning as a whole group, they were nervous as heck. I had them all say hi to their friends, but a lot of them were really shy. And then when we went into the one-on-one meeting, they opened up a lot more, so that was really nice. And my main reasoning behind it was, moving forward, I know where to start. You guys know I taught first grade last year, so I know, not last year, the year before last year, you know what I mean. I taught first grade, so I know where they're going, but I have no idea where they're coming into. I don't know anything about like preschool and things like that, so I really wanted to have a good understanding of where they were before we started anything on Monday. So this weekend, I will be getting my life together and trying to make things as seamless as possible for next week so that we can have what feels like a normal week. I will say one of the things that's been a little bit stressful right now is just trying to schedule. So our kind of space and time that we have to do Google Meets is more in the morning, so 8 a.m. to like 12:30, and then in the afternoons here at school we have things that we need to do. So the issue has been parent scheduling, and I feel like we can make most of it work, but I think that's been the hardest thing for me, is just that. The other thing that's been really helpful is, you guys know I launched my digital planner like maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I love seeing pictures of you guys using it because that's really fun, but I actually get to use it this year too. Now I get to actually plan in it and keep track of everything and do my roster and my checklist. I'm just marking on here what tests I get done with what student in my record keeper. I can't show you their names obviously, and then I'm doing like the most basic of planning. Like I said, this weekend I'm hoping to get my life together. I at least want to get everything covered for this first week, and then hopefully on Sunday or Monday I can get everything covered for the next week, because the way my school is doing it is you can go to our cafeteria and I can drop things off for the parents and then they can come pick it up, but I want to make sure the parents have plenty of time to come and get our resources, so I kind of need to be like a week ahead, if that makes sense. So just to recap, Monday August 10th I got the call at night that I got the job. Tuesday August 11th I had my first day. Basically I just did paperwork. Wednesday the 12th we tried to log on to Google Meet with me, but it didn't work. And then Thursday, which is today, I finally got to meet the kids, and tomorrow is Friday, and I'm gonna be testing and getting that out of the way, and honestly I'm not mad about it. I'm really excited. So this is next week, and I'm just gonna start our morning routines and try to get everybody into a schedule. And then the week after that, I'm gonna start ABC boot camp. So that's when I'm gonna really start pushing content. All next week, it's just gonna be like about me and getting to know each other and practicing logging in and learning how to use Seesaw. But I'm really hoping by the 24th of August, that Monday, that we're gonna be like full-fledged content. But right now I just was not ready for it. So it gives me time to get everything together for the parents, because next week is kind of like our routines and all of that. And then the 24th, I can actually have materials to them. So hopefully that works out the way I want it to. But that's my plan for now. So tomorrow is going to be testing for me all day, and just about every single parent is connected on Class Dojo. I'm only missing 5 in their Spanish speakers, and they're getting connected soon too. So that's really nice. I feel like I'm not ahead, but I feel like I'm where I need to be at this point for what I have. Also, I should mention, for our meeting, I basically got on, said hi to the kids, and then I wanted to read them just like a silly book, because like I said, I'm not going to start our normal routines until Monday, just because everything's been so crazy and I'm doing testing. So I wanted to read them kind of just a silly book to hopefully try to loosen them up. So I read Octocorn, which is actually like, it's a hilarious little book, and I can't show you all of it obviously because you know, copyright, but it's this little octopus / unicorn story, and it's just the most adorable silly thing, and I just wanted to get them to laugh and to loosen up. So I think on the first day of school, I'm either going to do Our Class as a Family or King of Kindergarten. I can't decide which one. I think probably King of Kindergarten for the first day of school, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna read the rest of the time. Probably do Unto Otters. I don't know, I don't have it figured out. But we read the book, and then all the students just introduced themselves and said, hi, my name is, and just trying to get them to talk. We practiced the Google Meet rules and the muting and the unmuting and all of that. So it really was super, super simple. It wasn't like a full lesson, a full day. We were only on there for a very short period of time. Their attention spans are short, y'all. So short, like 20 minutes short. So that's probably going to be the biggest struggle for me. The brain breaks that I did during the test, the brain breaks that I used during testing were really nice. I think that might get them to be a little bit more active if I can get them standing up, because with 5-year-olds sitting down and staring at a computer screen, they're tired. I don't know how into it they are. Having them get up and move is really, really helpful. So I'm probably gonna try to incorporate these a little bit more, and try to find some more like it, just so they don't get bored of those. If you have ideas, please let me know, because I will buy whatever it is. The last thing that I want to do is show you our class website. So it's not completely finished, I will say that, but I do want to show you what I have for it so far. And I tried to make it as kinder friendly as I could. And I know that a lot of people out there have like super cute like Google Classrooms and homepages and things like that. So mine's minimal, but it's still kind of cute. I actually made it before I knew I got the job, because I didn't have anything else to do, and that's the only reason why it looks cute. So yeah, I'll show you. Okay, so this is the class website. I did cover up the address, of course, but I made this little header, and I purchased the clip art of the like fox watercolor animals and the wood slices from Etsy, and I can link those in the description box for you below. But I made this little header which matches my email signature, and then I have this button that says basically meet me, and I haven't set it up yet. I haven't done anything to do with like meet the teacher, because my priority was just like getting kids in the classroom, so I needed to do that too. And then when you scroll down, you have calendar, learning, Google Meets, practice, iExcel, Class Dojo, websites, Go Noodle, and library. So these are all the pages, and then Google sets it up to where you have pages at the top. You can't see them because of my post-it notes. So under the first button is our calendar, and this piece right here is actually from my physical calendar that I have in my Teachers Pay Teachers. I just inserted a Google Calendar. I'm covering up student names so you can't see, but basically this is how I scheduled my students in their separate Google Meets. So I have that calendar up there, and then I'm gonna put like the what we're doing this month calendar, and then I have our schedule that will be posted here as well. And then under learning, when you click it, it takes you to the learning center, and this is basically where I'm going to put teaching materials. So I have a link to Seesaw right here and Google Classroom. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using our actual Google Classroom, but I put a link there, you know, just in case. And then this sloth right here holding the little apple is our Google Meet button. So actually I moved this assessment block to the very, very top so parents wouldn't get confused. And I'm not going to show you their student names again, but again, it has every student's name with a link to their private Google Meet, but this is normally what would be at the top. So I kind of just made this little picture of all those animals that I got in the Clipart set. I typed Google Meet on here, and then they just have to click this picture and they'll be taken to Google Meet. But I moved it to the bottom so that it wouldn't be confusing. And then I'm gonna have a Google Meet schedule here. So it'll say, you know, morning Zoom and then my small group Zooms, and it'll be a nice pretty schedule for them to refer back to. But I just have assessment at the top so that it's easier for tomorrow. Next button we have is practice, and this is kind of more like at home practice. So I'm gonna put daily things that need to be done here, and then just like extra things because I know they're gonna want extra things to do. And again, this is all just kind of a rough draft. The site is not finished, and I don't know if I 100% want to keep it this way, but that's what I've got. And then after that, there's iExcel, so a link to iExcel, and then here's a link to Class Dojo, and then websites. So if they click websites, they'll be taken to different websites. And then I kind of gave parents some app recommendations here. And then I have a link to GoNoodle, and then a link for our little library. And I have Raz Kids, Epic, and Rivet in here for them, but I'm actually going to upload little videos of me reading and doing like fun books with them, so that'll be in our class library. And that is it. That's everything on our website. So it's very simple, very picture kid friendly. So yeah, everything here has honestly been so great so far. In case you missed it in the last video, the kindergarten teacher who taught last year has been here this week and will be here through next week, which is so incredibly helpful, like so helpful. I also have a full-time aide who is also incredibly helpful, but I think what my favorite thing about the school that I'm at now is it genuinely feels like a family. And if you watched my vlogs last year, you know that was something that I really didn't have. So it just feels really good. The first grade teacher who is next door got me these cute little gifts. This little succulent is just the cutest thing ever. And then I don't know if you can see, but there is like tea and Starbursts. Is that what they're called? Starbursts? I think so. And then this and pens, and it's just adorable. And I've been keeping our little sticks in here for right now. And then another teacher welcomed me with a peace lily, and this makes me so happy because I had a peace lily in my first grade classroom, and it was kind of in our library, and I'm just like, oh, this just makes me feel at home. I am making a full video on like what plants are best for your classroom. Heads up, the peace lily is one of them. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here just because I don't want to ramble on too long, and also I'm not gonna have a ton to say tomorrow because it's just gonna be testing. If you have any questions, just let me know. This was very brief. I just kind of wanted to say hi to you guys on my first technical day. So thanks for being here. Click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. You can reach me at calltheteacher@gmail.com. If you're not following us on Instagram, head on over there, and I'll see you in the next one. Actually, one last thing for this vlog. I got home from school today on my like technical first day of meeting the kids, and I got a bunch of Amazon packages. So I want to say thank you to you guys really quickly. I know some of you are on Instagram, some of you are on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching right now, but thank you. I'm always really grateful when people leave a note so I know who it's from, so I can thank you. So thank you, Narissa Miller, for sending me If You Give a Moose a Muffin and Pig the Winner. These are the cutest books ever. I know my first graders last year loved these If You Give a Pig a Pancake, Kid a Muffin, Mouse a Cookie books. So thank you. I'm so excited to read these with my kids. Next, I want to say thank you to Rachel really quickly. Thank you for sending me I Am Enough, If You Were a Minus Sign, and If You Were a Plus Sign. We didn't use these plus sign, minus sign books in first grade, but I know in kindergarten they'll probably be really important, and if you love them, I'll probably love them too. I actually got the ideas for a lot of the books for my kindergarten class on Maddie from Primarily Yours. She has an Amazon storefront, and I was just like, okay, what does Maddie use for kindergarten? And I got a lot of my ideas from her. A lot of you guys who are able and kind enough to send me something have been with me since the very beginning, reading these notes and just seeing like, oh, I've been rooting for you like this whole time. It's really, really special to me. Next, I want to thank Alma for sending me The King of Kindergarten and The Koala Who Could. I appreciate this so much, and you also sent me laminating sheets, which are going to be a life saver. I have so many things that I need to prep for the students for distance learning, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, I want to thank Carrie from Miss Martinez Teaches. When I saw that your Instagram handle was on here, I just got so excited right away. She sent me A Bike Like Sergio's, Mango, Abuela, and Me. I've heard this one is really, really good. And then Where Are You From? Thank you so much. Flipping through this book, this is perfect to read with my kids. Let me show you just a little page. You can pause it if you want to read it. But this one might be actually one that I record and save on our class website. I feel like they're gonna make a lot of connections with this book. So thank you so much. Next, these are actually for my sister, but I'm gonna thank her in the vlog anyway, even though I already texted her, so thanks, Ashley. She sent me The Color Monster and Allie All Along. Oh, I'm gonna actually be starting colors with my kids soon. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after next week, but I think this will be a fun book to read. And then Allie All Along is a really cute story too, so I'm excited to have it. Thanks, Ashley. Narissa, also thank you so much for sending this one too. I think it came separate from the other ones, but it's If You Were a Period, and I think these books are absolutely adorable, and I cannot wait to read them with my kindergartners. I'm like struggling with the whole showing the camera, the pictures thing, but I did want to come on here on YouTube and say thank you to you guys, just in case those of you that donated aren't on Instagram. So if you leave your Instagram handle, I usually try to message you, but if you don't, I try to think, oh, do I know that person on Instagram? If not, maybe it's YouTube. So I don't really know who sent one, but I want to make sure that I thank you. I also, I feel kind of bad coming on because I don't want to be like, oh, look at all these things that I got, but I am really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, grateful. It's not something that you have to do, but it is something that means a lot to me, and it's kind of just like a special connection that we can share, because when I read the book to my students, I say, and this book was donated to us by Miss Call's friend whoever, and they think it's a really special thing too. So I know there's a lot of teachers out there who aren't as fortunate as I am to have you guys and this community, but I do want you to know I appreciate it, and I'm not trying to come off like I'm bragging in any way. I just want to say thank you, so thank you. And with that, I'm gonna end the vlog, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.